and I'm actually very, very pissed off reading this article. But have y'all heard about the Open App Market Act? The feds are trying to sue Apple for their app market, basically saying they got a monopoly. This comes like a couple years ago. They had Apple fell out with Epic Games and took them from the Market Store, which is basically the creators of Fortnite, if y'all not familiar, and took them out the App Store. This is really coming from a couple other companies with pretty large market caps. They want Apple to open their App Store, basically, so anybody can get in there, or not so anybody can get in there, but basically stop taking such a large percent. Because I believe Apple takes about 30% from each company in the App Store. So that's if you are paying your Netflix account through your iPhone, that Apple takes 30% of what you pay Netflix. Same thing with any other app. Like I'll just give y'all a rundown. Like I pay Adobe, Netflix, Hulu, and Microsoft all through the App Store on my phone. So Apple takes 30% of all that. My computer just froze.
Jeez.
Oh, it stopped. Okay, good.
Not the 30.
Yeah. Dang, my webcam just died. Y'all got to give me a second. I got to But Kendall,
be prepared.
No,
be prepared.
No, man. Listen, bro, it's plugged in. It shouldn't be doing this. So I got to figure something. I got to figure out a workaround. But anyway, Kendall, you want to kind of expound on what your thoughts on this Open App Market Act is? I'm sorry, if you want to expound on this, please. Wow, plug in a new battery.
You're muted, Kendall.
Kendall, you muted. Unmute your phone.
Sorry. But no, I was gonna say I think this definitely pushes for more competition as well. So that other app developers and things of that nature can actually be a part of that level of competition and might be able to bring valuable applications from their end. Because like you said, you don't want to necessarily have a monopoly on things. We saw that with Microsoft and Apple, you know what I'm saying, from years on down the line, from the 80s to now. So I like what they also said at the end, where it says I think it was Chris Cardinal who wrote it, where he said, for me, what this act essentially boils down to is taxing someone else's innovation and creativity is wrong, and that restricting what we can install on our devices feels anti-competitive. The big tech companies got a little too comfortable with the massive profits they've been reaping. With this act, they'll be forced to contend with the underdogs, and I think that's a good thing because, again, competition can kind of push you to a certain limit too. So now you got some independent app developer who's making probably a better application than what you might have, say, for example, a ride share application or some sort of navigation application, where you're creating something that might be a benefit for someone else who it might work for them. So I think that as this goes forward, I hope that more app developers can be creative because more creativity just expounds technology and it brings different ideas as they go forward with it. So you always want to have competition, especially in the realm of technology. Otherwise, those monopolies happen and you might be stuck with something that you don't necessarily want. See EA Sports with Madden football.
I think it's good for app developers. I think they'd be the biggest beneficiary of this act.
Yeah,
absolutely.
No, and see, here's where I disagree with almost about 98% of what Kendall said. Yeah, 100% having competition definitely push you to be more creative. Apple's had competition for a while, you know what I'm saying, in the realm of their peripherals and different devices and things they make. But my thing is, and this is why I don't like the attack on the App Store, because Apple's built the ecosystem. It ain't that it's not their fault that they've been great all these years. You know what I'm saying? For 40 fucking years, they've been an amazing company, and they've built this ecosystem. And my thing is like this: if you would like competition, how about y'all go build a better app store? Samsung and Google have tried to build app stores that they've put faulty softwares on this, and it's too hard to software, and it's been too difficult to comb through. And that's why a lot of people prefer the Apple's ecosystem and the app store and everything like that, because they verify, they push their developers to make secure devices and everything. But this is more so in the realm of, I don't know if y'all have seen the new thing your iPhone does on the new iOS. Like whenever you download an app, it'll ask you if the app wants to track you, right? It say ask the app not to track you. That's what this is about, because it stops third party advertising. So now Apple is hoarding the data. That's what this whole thing is about. So I like and I feel like this. If you on my platform, I can pretty much do whatever the fuck. That's like coming to my house, right? Or I'll put it like this. This is a better analogy. If I open the world's best barbershop and I got 7,000, I know this is unrealistic, but I got 7,000 barbers in there, and they the best barbers in the world because I done vetted them all, right? And then one barber decides they don't want to pay booth rent to me, and then the feds come in and be like, well, he don't got to pay booth rent because he the best barber in here. You know what I'm saying? like that's that's how I feel about this. But it's my fucking establishment. Y'all came to me. I didn't come to y'all. You know what I mean? So if y'all want, if we want true competition, develop something better than something that we already have. And everybody's failed to do so up until this point. Every app store, every app developer from LG, Google, Microsoft, Samsung, all of them had app stores, and all of them are trash. And until
trash.
Right.
Well, I'm not denying none of that. I'm just saying in terms of like the level of competition always is a good thing. Like Macintosh, for example, before they were Apple, and they changed their names a couple of times. Before, nobody really cared about their devices like that. Like it wasn't until they went into that app game, changed the whole thing with the iPhone and the iPod and everything, where everything became more portable. So. And they took years before they got to that point, because Microsoft was running every damn thing. So I agree. I think Apple was great in terms of the innovative things that they've done. I'm just saying, I feel like, the competition is always a good thing. I feel what you're saying in terms of you coming into my ecosystem and you trying to make apps or produce stuff under our stuff. I agree with that. But I think it's also going to be a long time before you have another company or create some sort of app store that people are really going to be akin to, because like you said, Apple has killed all of that, that noise. So yeah, I definitely agree with what you're saying. That's not necessarily Apple's fault, and I wasn't necessarily blaming them. I'm just saying I like that level of competition that now this might get, hopefully, somebody, and I don't think it's going to be no time soon. Like I said, I think it's going to be years down the line. But that's kind of where I'm at with that. But I definitely agree with you saying, like, it's not Apple's fault for that. They were innovative. They did what they needed to do to get to the next level, and now they're $1 trillion company. I think, right?
Yeah, no, almost $3 trillion company. They got one of the largest.
There you go, $3 trillion.
Yeah.
So and nothing against them. I just I just like that level. Kind of like me. I came from the Android to switched over to iPhone, and I can't stand typing on my phone. So for a long time they never had the swipe, where you can just drag your finger and type. Like me, that was me all day. I had to download a Google based app onto my iPhone to use that. So and eventually iPhone said, fuck that, let us just make one ourselves, right? And we'll incorporate that into ours. So that level of competition was there because Google had a different level of way that you could type. So that's all I mean by that. But I definitely salute Apple for what they've been doing over these last 20 years. Is that 20? I would say 20.
Yeah,
20?
It's been about 30. It's been about 30 now. It's been a while. They've been like, but as far as the them being like this great,
the revolution
is about that was the app. That was around.
That's what I mean.
That was around the first time the iPhone came around. So I want to say 2016,
2007 or
wait, no, wait.
Was the iPhone was the first iPhone 07? I could be wrong. I could be way. No, I'm off.
Somewhere around there.
It was around maybe 2010.
Yeah, because
I had about the iPads or the iPods maybe was when that kind of. But yeah, I think the iPhone came out like 08, 09.
I had the iPhone 3GS.
It was somewhere around there
in 2011. That was when I had the iPhone 3GS.
Yeah.
So
okay,
so it's been a while, but they've been a great company for a while. But my another one of my issues with this, and like I said, it's only because we say the reason Apple kicked Epic out of the App Store was because the way something worked inside their app, it was causing security issues. That was the same reason why Apple got rid of the original swipe keyboard, Kendall, because Apple had a swipe keyboard a long time ago. But they got rid of it because it was a third party keyboard, and it was causing security issues for the phone, or that's what their claims are. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So like as long as Apple's
and that was probably Google's.
Right. And as long as Apple's, my thing is like this: Apple has been known; they got a good track record at looking at the privacy of their end users, right? Like they had a case with the feds just a few years ago that just got dropped. Matter of fact, like last August, from where they didn't want to unlock somebody who was committed a crime. I think it was like a national terrorist or something like that. They didn't want to unlock his phone. I can't remember exactly, but it was something to that effect. They didn't want to unlock his phone for the feds, and so the feds had to find a workaround to actually unlock his phone. They had to have one of their people get into it, but Apple refused to do it. They said they wouldn't do it because that's how wholeheartedly they believed in your safety, security, and your privacy. Yeah. So So to me, like I said, as long as they on that rack and they're not doing anything unethical outside of mining, what they saying the cobalt they use now is friendly mind. Yes, friendly mind, exactly. But as long as they ain't doing nothing unethical, man, I'm down. I'm riding with Apple, and they've been a good company, and they're making me a fuck ton of money. So that's why I said this could eventually affect us all. But I'm not digging this at all. Like somebody else go out there and innovate, do something great. They can take the same model that Apple.
They got a stranglehold on that shit right now, though. So
yeah,
I understand why all these other companies frustrated.
Yeah, it's gonna be decades before that anybody penetrates any of that stuff for sure.
Yeah,
facts. But like I said, they've been working on this for a few decades. So and they got the R&D. So shout outs to Apple. What you say last week? Free the game, Blaze. Free the game.
Yeah, free the game, man.
Hey,
they on DT ass too.
Oh God, yeah, they still on dude ass. They're not playing with Donald Trump out here, man. I did want to talk about,
and they're pretty good with customer data too. And then in terms of not just willingly giving phones off to the FBI, which the FBI is definitely pissed off about, and I think they're going to be trying to bring them up on some charges with that anyway.
No, that's what I just said, Kendall. You must have missed that. I said,
okay, my bad.
No, they dropped it. They dropped it because they had.
Oh, they did drop. Okay.
Yeah. The feds was investigating them heavy behind that when they didn't want to unlock that phone because I believe that was something connected to a murder or something. I think it was a terrorist act, bro. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong.
Yeah, you're right.
So but Apple refused, and everybody was looking at Apple like fuck y'all as a company. You know what I'm saying? All the Americans, but it's like, fam, you got to look at who they trying to protect, and it's all of us, all the end users. So.
Right. Their customers are worldwide, so
yeah, exactly. Well, America's their largest company.
Business in America.
Yeah, America's their largest company, and then China being second. But I think Huawei over there or Xiaomi, one of those two companies, are larger in China than the iPhone. But like literally, if you take if Apple left America, bro, like that could affect us hard because if you look at Apple's market cap, they're about probably I'm just throwing this out there, about a third of the market share in the GDP that in America.
They ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, they ain't going nowhere. That's why I said I don't want to see this because them, I think it's Apple, Microsoft, Google, and Amazon right now are the four largest companies in America right now.
Hey, low key, Huawei and a lot of them Chinese companies put some good products out over there. We just don't. You can't get them fixed over here or get service for a lot of them over here. But
yeah, they took a lot of Huawei phones off the market in the U.S. because the Huawei phones were having a lot of security issues, so a lot of security links. Yeah, tracking and shit like that. So they took a lot of them off. But they do got some dope products. Too bad I don't live in China. I probably still would have an iPhone.